Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is not a very exciting video for me to make. We've had the Tesla Model S for about a month now, and something in the front suspension has broke. So we're going to get this thing up on jack stands here, get that front driver's side wheel off, see if we can assess what happened. So stick with us. Alright guys, I already loosened up the lug nuts a little bit, and we're going to start jacking this up. Got jack point jack stands here that work really nice. Okay, and we'll just lower that on there. Slowly. Alright guys, so it's not good. This is what broke right here. It's bottom part of the A-arm here. Got this piece here, and then this piece goes back up into there. But it has separated from the ball joint. I'll show you the top here. Right there guys, you shouldn't see daylight through that thing. As you can see right here, it's actually separated. It's not even around that joint anymore. So we're gonna have to get that out and then see about a replacement part. See how easy that's gonna be to source. Alright guys, so it is this lower control arm that we need to replace. So we need to get the ball joint out right here. And then there's a bolt back here that we may have to take the inner fender well out. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see if we can get this bolt out first. 21 millimeter if you wanted to know. Oh yeah, since it's broken, it's just gonna spin in there and not come off, so gotta love it. So underneath here guys, there is a Torx bit. And I believe that is so we can get a wrench on here, hold this with a ratchet so that nut doesn't spin up here. So we're going to see if that actually works. I might grab the heat and heat this up a bit because this is still going to be pretty stuck, especially if I can't use the impact on it. Alright guys, we're going to heat this up a little bit. Alright guys, I think it might be moving, otherwise it's just spinning. I don't know yet. We're trying it. It's definitely tight, I'll tell you that. Very tight. achievement in Christmas. That sucker is on there. Alright guys, we found another method. See if it works. Here we go. I think we're so close, guys. So close. Let's see if we can get it the rest of the way off here. My Torx wasn't quite long enough. No, guess not. So close, but so far away. It's like I need a long Torx to get up in there now because it's so far up there. I can't touch it anymore. Well guys, we got it out. We had to use multiple tools. Just the regular impact on the T45. Held it in place with the wrench and then zipped it off. Seemed to work pretty good till we got to the end where it couldn't reach anymore, and then ended up prying it up and using the impact to get it the rest of the way out. So your results may vary on that, but we did get it out. Ended up taking the inner fender liner, half of it out, so we could get to that. Unfortunately, there is just no way to get an impact gun in there. So we're just gonna need brute force. We're gonna need some, I don't know, breaker bars, see what we can do. Alright guys, we had to resort to a giant breaker bar, aka the handle to my jack, onto the breaker bar. We got a 22-inch wrench over there going up against that, and it's slowly starting to move. So once we get that a little bit looser, then we should be able to get a ratchet on there and hopefully get that bolt out. Alright guys, so it's been about 3 days now that we've been waiting on a part. We finally got our part in. This is the new lower control arm. We ended up ordering this from Amazon, so I'll actually have an affiliate link in the description if you guys want to order this one up. The only main thing you'll want to make sure is that it comes with the new bolt. So here is the bolt. I ended up having to cut my bolt off because it was lodged in this washer, and so it would not come off. So if you have that same issue, it's a special kind of washer here that only fits on one way, so you'll need that specific bolt and washer. So you might find some arms that might be cheaper, but you want one that comes with the bolt for sure if you need to reuse or need a new one and can't reuse your old one. So that's why I went with this method. Got the new bolt. Should have everything we need to put this back together now. I will have directions straight from Tesla. I have the PDF links to the whole removal and reinstallation process for this, so you guys can go through that. So check that out in the description. But one thing that it did say, before you take the inner bolt off in here, you're supposed to do a witness mark, and I did not do that, so that could end up biting me in the end. I don't know yet, but I'm going to try and center it between that hole there and see if that gets me close. It does say you need to do a full 4-wheel alignment after this installation anyway, so hopefully that witness mark wasn't super important, because there is quite a bit of play there. But just to be aware, you guys should do that witness mark before you tackle this. That way you kind of have an idea where that bolt was, so you can try and get it in the same spot. So let's go ahead and get the new one in here, and then we'll talk about torque specs and getting it all secure. Maybe. There we go. And we got to get it in this joint down here, and like that. And you can see there's quite a bit of play there. That's why they want that witness mark. So our bolt with our special washer. Let's see if we can get that washer on that side. It only goes on one way, guys. So this says to do hand tight, kind of get that centered where you think your witness mark was. That's why that's important. And then once you got it hand tight in, then it says we should move on to putting the nut on the actual ball joint here. So alright, so mine didn't come with these new Nordlock washers with the actual new part. So I'm actually going to reuse the old Nordlock washers, but this new nut actually has a locking nut. It's actually a locking one, so probably didn't need these, but I put those on for double assurance. I'd recommend having some pressure under this arm. So I have the jack with some pressure on there, trying to simulate the wheel being on there. So now to start, it has that Torx bit in here like we had found out when we removed it. So we can use that to hold that nut steady, or the bolt steady, while we get it tight here. Alright guys, so we got to get this cranked down to 195 Newton meters, which is equivalent to 145 foot-pounds. So we got to really crank this guy down here. There we go. 145 foot-pounds. And then after that, this guy, make sure we get our bolt in the right spot there, and then get our witness mark a little lined up more, and then we'll actually tighten this guy down to 130 Newton meters, which is about 96 foot-pounds. Alright guys, we have 96 foot-pounds. Alright guys, so got it all installed. They do recommend you replace both. I'm going to cheat and gamble and not replace both or do the other side at this time. So that's up to you, what you would prefer to do. I had enough fun with this one, so that'll be it for now. I'm going to go ahead and get all the plant panels and everything back on here. Get the wheel back on, and we'll see how it does until we can get it aligned. But it's been fun. Really, it's not that difficult to replace this. Just need the right tools and yeah, get the right parts. I'll have all the part numbers in the description, links to where you can get that stuff, along with the list of all the tools you'll need. But if you guys have any questions, just leave me a comment down below. I'll get back to you. I appreciate you guys tuning in again. I'm sure this won't be the last thing we have to fix on this used Tesla. 150,000 miles, other stuff's bound to break. But thanks again for watching. See ya.